what I mean?
So you ready to get into it?
Oh yeah, let's get it, baby. You know what I mean?
What's up, everybody? My name is Howard. Guy to the other side of me is Bert. This is the amazing podcast.
Let's get it. Let's go, baby.
I guess we can start off with Joe Rogan first. Jeez.
What are you getting in trouble for?
He got in trouble for saying the
Nigga?
Yeah.
Oh man. Boy, you gotta be shitting me, man.
Yeah, he's been saying it for so long. So it's like I think the timing is kind of
he didn't say the GA. He said the ER. I didn't even listen to it, bro. It was so long ago.
Yeah, I saw a few clips. In one clip he said he went to see the Planet of the Apes in a black neighborhood, and he was like, well, it seemed like we are in the Planet of the Apes because a lot of black people, whatever. So in that context, yeah, that was racist. He even said it. But at the same time, I think the bigger picture is that why he's being attacked is that his platform, he was bringing in a lot of people talking about the COVID-19. That was the thing.
Then how he treated himself. And he only did 3 days of treating himself, obviously because he got money, he could do all that. Right. But then he was good.
Yeah. Then he was also asking questions like as far as treatment, vaccination, just general, questions. He was bringing in, doctors that have these type of questions. And if you ask questions about something that's going against, you're going against the grain, I mean, pharmaceutical companies, they're making millions off this. So I think,
and he knows, and that's why I thought it was funny. And I think a lot of people are like, oh, I'm taking my music off of Spotify. And I'm like, look, India Irie or whatever your name is, I never really listened to your music anyway.
But a lot of these artists, they don't even own their own music. So
it doesn't even matter. Like,
99% of
take your music off Spotify. No, you're not. The person who owns your music is gonna keep your music on Spotify. It's like you probably still owe money for some songs and shit they produced. Yeah. So, nah, man, I think it's full of crap. I think I'm not even blaming it on the far left. I'm not, I could say that, but I think people need to realize, like, man, they need to know the definition of a racist. They need to know a definition of stereotypes. They need to know a definition of a fucking joke. You know what I mean? Or, obviously we say things between us and our crowd, our people, racist ass remarks, stereotypes and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna lie, there are probably Mexicans out there that be saying the ER. They probably whites that say the ER constantly. Who cares, man? Like, doesn't mean the guy is a racist. The guy does freaking UFC fights. He's put multiple ethnic, ethnicities on his show. David Chappelle and everybody. Like, dude, he's famous people. Like, like that fuck with him. And it's like, for you to go back, way back, to say, like, talking Planet of the Apes and saying the ER, I'm like, it's a hit job, bro. It's like, it's not gonna happen. They already had another platform that offered $100 million. So it's not money, and he's not gonna leave. And it was very frustrating to see all this and everything. And they really tried, but when people are woke, man, like, and it's not woke, but people that get hip to the game, you know what I mean? People are like, have common sense. There's a whole lot of people that are against this COVID shit. There's a whole lot of people that are, that we already know how the pharmaceuticals work. We already know that all these government people and Capitol Hill and in the administration got their hands and into the pharmaceutical stocks and stuff like that. They're making money, bro. It's just like war. Why do you think we have $700 billion, budget for the military? Because you know why? Those are contracts. Those are those are people's agendas. Those are, war creates money. We still building tanks, bro, because this town in the East Coast or something like that, wouldn't exist if they wouldn't build tanks. What the hell do we need tanks for? Like, what we preparing for? They're just making shit just to make shit. You know what I mean? So we have a opals a supply of the shit. But we going to take this shit off world?
I'll put it this way. I'll put it this way. These blue states are all of a sudden ending the mandates because election. Because of election, because it's coming up, and Biden, he's not doing so well in the polls, so they definitely trying to sway the public.
And then people are losing money, bro.
Yeah. Then another thing about that, they're so quick to jump on Joe Rogan. Howard Stern, he wore like a blackface and said some racist remarks, but nobody jumped on his coattail.
And the only reason why they jumping on him is because Howard Stern is, the puppet talking about you gotta get vaccinated, you gotta get vaccinated. I'm like, man, get out here, bro. Nobody want to hear that stuff. Like everybody that's all about that. And then it sucks because like it's so crazy how karma, bro. Karma.
Oh yeah. Then also Joe Biden, he said on the Breakfast Club, you're not black if you don't vote for me.
You ain't black if you don't smoke crack either. Boy, crack pipes. What?
And once he took office, the first thing he did was gave the Asians that COVID bill or that hate bill.
Yeah, because everybody was beating up Asians because they over there, making, biological weapons and stuff. And I'm not saying all Asians, because obviously everybody's different. Koreans, Japanese, you know what I mean? Thai, everything like that. So, they're China. It came from Wuhan, China. It's a chemical weapon. That's what it was, because they put the tariffs on, Trump put the tariffs on them, and it just didn't work out. And then they dropped the ball, and then everybody got it. Then pharmaceuticals were like, well, let's benefit from this, man. Let's get our money's worth. And then they tried to shut the country down for something, and then found out they couldn't do that for a certain amount of time because we lost so much money. And now we really losing money because the ports are all backed up. You know what I mean? Like we big corporations and everything is losing money. So yeah, man.
Yeah, see, here's the thing with me. Whether Joe Rogan's a racist or not, I don't care. The thing is his platform is just too important to be shut down because what it represents. Because he's asking a lot of questions about everything.
I would care if he was racist. I mean, I know he's asking some questions, but I don't know about that. Like, I wouldn't care if he was racist. Like, I don't think he's racist. I just think, his platform is very. I mean, I agree with you. His platform is pivotal to what's going on now.
Yeah, because if they shut his platform down, then everybody else, we don't stand a chance.
Nah, we don't. And I think he understands that. I think Spotify's going to keep him, and nobody's going anywhere. I think Joe Rogan, right now he's cementing himself, in history right now. Freedom of speech, standing up for, pretty much human rights, bro. That's what he's standing up for, human rights. And it's good for that. The fact is, like, I hope one day our platform gets that big where we can stand up for human rights. You know what I mean? Stand up for the people.
Yeah.
And that's what,
it's all about, like what we've been taught as children, that ask questions,
Yeah. But if I could say it, thank you, Joe Rogan, man. Hey, I appreciate it.
If we get to the point to where we can't ask questions, then this is no longer America.
It's a dictatorship, bro. We're falling into the trap of, and that's why history is so important, because history teaches us what not to do. You know what I mean? Not to fold, not to follow, not to, know your rights. Especially now it's very tough for a government to control 342 million people. Back then it wasn't 342 million people. Now it's 342 million people with internet access. You know what I mean? So you can't hide the bullshit anymore. You just can't do it no more. It's Al Gore. Creating the internet, that's the best thing you did, brother, was let the internet out. But other than that, like, my thing is just man, I don't believe it. I don't really necessarily care. I know why they're doing it. And people need to understand that. And these are people that probably don't even watch Joe Rogan, probably don't even listen to him. There's a lot of, this alphabet soup, this binary, these people that are just like, oh, we hate masculinity and all this shit. It's just, it's a different time, man. And it sucks. And it's hard for us out here, man. Hard for a man to be a man, you know? And when you see such, you see men like Joe Rogan, people are threatened because, to be honest with you, they're weak. They're weak-minded followers. They want to stay in their VR world and their bubble and shit. And the government's gonna take care of us. And I'm just like, I don't know where you got that shit from. Where have you ever seen a government take care of anybody? You know what I mean? Like, look at everybody through history. Look at our representatives. You know what I mean? Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. You know what I mean? Cesar Chavez. Like, going through the whole list of people that stood up and voiced something are fucking gone. You know what I mean? So look at the, especially the Black community, and, look at shit, genocide of the Native Americans. I think it was what, a good 15 years we celebrated Christopher Columbus fucking Day until we finally realized this guy was a goddamn rapist and a thief and he murdered thousands of indigenous people and all types of shit. And then now we call it Indigenous Day. So, the truth is going to come out. And ever since we got this internet, I've actually learned more about my culture, the Mexican culture, the Black culture. I've learned that, shoot, man, I'm not going to lie. We was the Israelites. Real talk. Why you think they taking off noses? Why you think they taking, everything from the history, and British owns them all. They went to Africa, stole it, took it back to Britain, and now it's in the museum, and now they can't get it back. My thing is, like, we is God's people. You know what I mean? So I'm starting to learn that too. And if you don't like it, it's not my fucking problem. You know what I mean? So right. My thing is, like, thank you, Joe Rogan. And, just stop saying the ER word. Come on now.